We have with us this evening David Sinnell, who's going for his Eagle Scout. So you don't have to move from your seat, but you're going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So we're going to wait on your call.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. That wasn't so bad. Roll call, please. Here.
Councilmembers Delariva.
Here.
Costa.
Here.
Amato.
Here.
Hudson. Here. Sondemire.
Present.
Yazdi.
Here.
Also with us, Jane McCarthy, our clerk, and Borough Attorney Tracy Schnurr. This is an official meeting of the governing body of the Borough of Bloomingdale on December 12th, 2014. The date, time, and place of this official meeting is fax and mail to all local news media posted here at Borough Hall. We have no early executive session. We do have two non-agenda items. One is an introduction by title to amend our peddlers ordinance, and the other item is a transfer that you've all been copied on. This is a result of the police department recorder, which is the device that records all incoming phone calls, 911, all radio transmissions, has broken, and the cost to repair is as much as new, so we're transferring $6,000 into police O&E. It's a non-agenda. So again, peddlers ordinance and a transfer resolution. No presentations at this time. I need a motion to open early public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to an agenda item, please come up.
Linda Huntley, 86 Van Dam Avenue. On the bills list, I have a number of them. I'll start with the bills list first.
Sure.
The VV line striping ink to remove the yellow lines, is that the lines that were put down on
Walter Drive.
Naughty, naughty.
I didn't want to take them up, but the residents wanted them up, so. And our guys tried it unsuccessfully, and he had the proper tool to do it.
But I also saw I thought I saw those trucks in other places.
Well,
around
what,
town.
V&V, well, actually, no, wait a minute. V&V did lining, no, it was.
removed.
Right, and he also did the lining on Jeffries Drive. We put a center yellow line down Jeffries. Plus, he did all the, but that shouldn't have been a separate bill. All the line paving all the line painting from paving, stop lines and whatnot. But that particular bill, how much was that bill?
700.
Was for Jeffries.
That was just for Jeffries.
Jeffries,
Okay.
and yeah, because he didn't do the removal. Xenon did the removal.
Okay.
Xenon lining did the removal, or Xenon painting.
Well, I didn't believe that was not on the bills list.
I'd have to check with Al. He organized that.
Okay. Then also on the list for Glenwell Garden, the sod on Rapkin Road.
We had a resident with a sprinkler system where it wasn't taking, and there was a topsoil issue, so the engineer authorized Glenwell to do that piece of sod on the sidewalk.
Is that because of the sidewalk repaving?
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that?
it's part of the project.
The resolution to award a contract to First Environment for environmental technical support for the DPW facility.
Correct.
What's wrong with the facility?
We have a seepage pit that is connected to the building that has been there for some time, and it came up in our GIF environmental inspection that it hasn't been used, it's bone dry, but we need to get it tested to make sure there's no contamination. And we're confident there isn't any because we've been well monitoring because of the old underground storage tanks years ago. But we still need to authorize a full environmental testing of this dry well.
For shared services with Kinlock for animal control services.
This is a renewal of the contract.
What's in the contract? Because what was on the website didn't really say.
It's the same contract, you know, with an increase of 2%. I don't have it in front of me, but it's the renewal of the ACO contract.
The next was the salary resolution. Which department heads are getting raises?
All of
Who are they?
all the department heads, starting with myself.
Want to get a raise?
I'll address that in a moment. Our clerk, our treasurer, tax collector, DPW super, water super, animal control. Said treasurer. And I'm not saying I'm not saying construction or police, or Jane, because we're doing their contract separately tonight.
So you said Jane, you said the clerk.
Oh, did I? Okay, well, she's in there, but she's also, I don't know if you're in that one or your own contract, so. My issue? Right, again, I'll let the council speak to it mostly, but I knew you'd ask the question. I had asked the council at the beginning of this year to consider increasing my income. Council didn't want to increase it to that much, and so what they did was said, okay, if we gave you 2% for 13, 2% for 14, and I don't have the full numbers in front of me, that was roughly, $3,200, and they would. So the raise itself this year, which was a market adjustment, was like $7,000. So then at the end of the year, from evaluations, we give all department heads a raise.
84 to 95?
But some of that was 2% from prior years, 2% for 13 and 14. So again, it was an adjustment. I don't know, Ray, do you have the numbers? I don't have them in front
But
of
if
me.
okay, you got 2%, and then you got a raise, so why are you getting another 2%?
As all department heads get 2% at the end of the year.
They're not, all department heads are not also getting other raises.
No, true, but and I think the council looked at it as a market adjustment, because we thought we'd experiment with me as full-time mayor, and 3 years have passed, and I think I have proven myself to bring me still under, market value, but where I think at least I should be, and
Are you following the same road that Ted Ehrenberg followed?
No, because Ted
Yeah,
Ehrenberg,
that's
as of today, under the old contract, would be making $170,000. Under prior terms, would be making about $140,000. So we're nowhere near that. And I do assure
I'm talking
you,
about the situation, how it worked when he was hired, when you were on the council and voted to hire him.
Right.
And then it was at a lower, it was about 84,000.
yeah, in
And then-
2000.
And then his raises kept going, and then all of a sudden, there was a big problem, and it looks like the same road is being
Well,
followed by this council.
I assure you, first of all, I wasn't here when his income rose drastically. I wasn't on the council. I assure you, there will be no increase in 2016. I'm not going to request a raise in 16 other than the 2% in 16 that all department heads get. So there will not be a market adjustment. I feel the adjustment made in 15 is sufficient to carry for a few years. And I will not ask for a contract like the former
And you're not
administrator.
getting any benefits, as you had said when
Correct.
you were hired.
No benefits.
No opt-out.
No health insurance, nothing.
You're not getting the opt-out for the health
No,
insurance?
no, and I'm not getting the pension, although, like a council person, it's like a separate, it's not the state pension, it's prudential, that, same as the council would be eligible for.
So you're not getting anything else?
Nope. Well, my car allowance, but I've always gotten that, I'll submit my mileage for that, but as any council person could do.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no one, motion to close early?
So moved. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any reports? I'll start with Jane.
Just, it's on the website that you're Toys for Tots on November 28th, and the bins are upstairs, so we're doing pretty well so far, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was me. Thank you, Jane, very much. Tracy? Okay, any council member have anything for us?
Are you going to mention the menorah lighting?
You may.
No, I wasn't sure if you
Yeah,
were.
just a couple things, as Rich just brought up. We were reached, Rabbi reached out to us to do a menorah lighting, which will take place on Monday, December 7th at 7 p.m. here at Borough Hall. And everyone's invited. It's been advertised, and hopefully I think some council members are available. I know there's a conflict for some that evening. The Sunday prior to that, on the 6th, is our holiday event, taking place at 2 p.m. at the Walter T. Bergen School, where Santa will arrive again by helicopter. We also have up front, if you notice, our foreman created the Santa display down below, which is two-part. One is letters to Santa, if children of Bloomingdale want to drop off letters, and the other is donations for the shelter. Food and whatever supplies may be needed was set up by Fred Cook, so we thank Fred for doing that.
Our shelter is in need right now of cat food.
Yep, okay, so anyone, you can help out, but that's what Fred had set up there. Does any council member have anything else? The only other thing, just for everyone, is we began the budget process. All department heads have been given, their spreadsheets for 2016. Hope to have a full report to you by December, creating capital plan as well for 16, but just so you know, that process has begun for next year. That's really all I have at this time.
So promotions for on December 1st?
I'm sorry, on December 1st, Tuesday, a week from today, is our meeting, 7 p.m. at Fireman's Hall, which is the hiring of a new police officer to replace a recent retired officer, and also promotions to lieutenant and sergeants, various positions. So it'll be a very special evening, and everyone's welcome to that as well. But it will be, due to the size of the crowd expected of family members, I think other officers, it'll be at the Fireman's Hall, 7 p.m. Good. Right. Thank you very much. Okay. I need a motion for the consent agenda, various minutes, as you can see posted on the agenda. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pending business. First, second, final reading, ordinance 22, 2015, amending section 60 of bond ordinance 18, 2011. Need a public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News. A copy is available to the public, so a motion may be made that be read by title.
Enter, please.
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and that would be an ordinance amending section 6D of bond ordinance number 18-2011, finally adopted on November 22nd, 2011, in order to rise the amount referred to therein.
Thank you. I need a motion now to open public hearing. Who makes that?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak to 22, 2015? Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And who moves to adopt?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Item B is amending special meeting that we just mentioned, December 1st, to include an action. When we advertised December 1st meeting, it was purely police hiring and promotions. We need to award the Star Lake Improvement Project. We received 18 bids. The bid opening is that morning. We will have an attorney review, but that evening, due to the DOT's requirements, we must award it on the 1st to secure our monies. And I'm not sure if it'll start this winter. They may begin some of the water and storm drain improvements, obviously paving not until the spring, but we're amending. I hate to do it on that evening, but we have to. Do you need action on that? You need a motion?
I just need a motion.
Who moves that, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
New business. Resolution 2015-11.2,
2.
payment of the bills. Who makes the motion?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Members D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes, with the exception of PO 15-01542.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Now I need a motion for Resolution 215-11.3 through 11.4, tax title liens as listed. Who makes that motion?
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Good. Then I need a motion for 2015.5, Chapter 159, amending the budget due to body armor grant of $1,847.11 received by the borough, again, for body armor police services grant. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Do you have the contract in the book?
I'm sorry.
Do you have Nelson's contract
I think
Mhm.
yes,
under,
it's right under new business.
Yeah.
it's in right behind it? I got it. Next item is, I need a motion for Resolution 2015-11.6, authorization to award contract to Nelson Consulting Group for planning services for our COA certification. Who makes that motion?
So moved. Second.
And discussion. As you know, this is, we've started the process. The Superior Court has ruled I'm sorry, I believe what court ruled that it goes back to the courts? The Supreme Court ruled that the Superior Courts now handle the COA issues. So we had already filed, our attorney had filed for us, and we received a motion of immunity, for immunity through March, to protect us from builder's remedy, but we need to produce a COA plan. So this is what we're authorizing this evening, to hire Nelson. The cost associated with the project is between $6,500 and $15,000, depending on the requirements imposed by the court. We're hoping on the lower end because, matter of fact, next Tuesday, I'm meeting Mr. Nelson, and we're driving the town and showing him all the land and what's available and what's not available. So, we're confident that our numbers should be realistic to what's really can be achieved in the borough. But that's what we're doing here, so just so everyone's up to date on that. So I need a roll call, please.
Is there a dollar amount on the resolution itself? that you just stated?
It's authorizing the contract.
Just the
So
contract,
the contract
not-
is between $6,500 and
Okay.
$15,000.
Councilmember Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
You good, Jane? Now I need Resolution 2015-11.7, authorizing to award contract to First Environmental for environmental technical support for DPW facility, as I mentioned in the public session, what that pertains to. And here again, the dollar amount is a fixed amount, $4,600. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, we keep our finger crossed, we get a clean bill of health, and we move forward. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Okay, now I need 2015-11.8, authorizing the award of shared service agreement with the Borough of Kinnelon for animal control services. This is simply a renewal of our current contract, though we've increased the per capita by 2%, and we use current census data, population data, to determine the annual contract amount, which first year is $25,105.59, and then 2% each year after that. We also serve as the animal cruelty investigator. It's $1,200 per year, and will remain in length for that contract. So, I'm sorry, who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Again, other than thanking Kinnelon for continuing to work with us, and obviously thanking our ACO for providing an exemplary service. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Next, I would like three resolutions in one motion, 11.9, point 10, and point 11, authorizing department head contracts for police chief, municipal clerk, and construction code official. Just so everyone's aware, these are renewals of existing contracts. These are all tenured employees. It's just defining their benefits. Nothing's changed, 2% raise. Again, defines though their health insurance and all those issues. So do I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers D'Amato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
I need a motion for resolution 11.12, salary resolution for department heads, 2%. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Item I, we will be tabling this evening and holding till January. We were going to do a resolution. Every time we receive a raffle license request from a nonprofit like Little League, football, soccer, PTA, et cetera, we waive the fee. But we really should have a policy in place, and we were going to do that by resolution. Tracy's office suggests we do it by ordinance. Have a policy on the books by ordinance that says any nonprofit will waive the fee. So it's a policy of the borough, so that'll be tabled until we create that ordinance and bring it forward in January.
Would that be a new ordinance or just modify the existing
It'll be a
raffle?
new I guess we would modify the existing.
Okay.
The current fee ordinance identifies those fees.
Yes.
So we would modify the current fee ordinance. And I don't want to introduce by title. to rush it, because they
No, no,
want to
no.
just do their homework and make sure, because
Just
you
might
got
be-
the state involved, the gambling rules, and,
Right.
there's no rush on that. We've
We don't-
waived them.
But since we're modifying the fee, we don't have anything else that we have in the back that we might want to modify?
No,
at
actually,
this
we
time?
do. We will be introducing in January, the Rec Commission has submitted field usage fees based on, the whole structure I'll bring forward that Rec sent me. If a team's 100%, Triborough kids, no charge. If they're 5 kids, all these different fees. So we do want, it was one of the things I said to Jane, when we do the Rec fee, every fee we want to try to do at once if we're
Right,
amending.
okay.
But I don't foresee many others. other than
Right,
that
I
so
just don't
far.
want to be constantly revising the fee.
Absolutely correct. Great, so that's why we're tabling that. I need a motion for Resolution 2015-11.13, authorizing the 2016 governing body meeting schedule. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? And as you can see, reorganization will be January 5th, which is a Tuesday, swearing in and reorg the same evening. All in favor?
Aye.
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 First item is the transfer resolution, Resolution 11.14. As you see in the book, 7116 coming from various lines to court, roads, and opt-out for 7116. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved?
Second? Second by Yazdi? Any further discussion? Roll call?
Councilmembers Hudson,
Yes.
Sandemeyer,
Yes.
Yazdi,
Yes.
Costa,
Yes.
Tomato,
Yes.
Dela Ripa.
Yes.
Okay, we had 2 non-agenda items. Excuse me, the first was the second resolution. We'll give Resolution 11.15, which was $6,000 from ACO operating expense and webmaster to police OE due to the recorder device breaking. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All, roll call, please.
Councilmember Sandemeyer,
Yes.
Yazdi,
Yes.
Costa,
Yes.
Tomato,
Yes.
Dela Ripa,
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Okay, and there was one more item, which is, I want an introduction by title, which we will be amending our peddlers ordinance. So first, let me get, who makes the motion to introduce by title an amendment to our peddlers ordinance?
So moved.
Second?
Okay. You want to,
Ordinance
Second.
23, 2015.
23, 2015, second and final, December 15th, 7 PM. Want a roll call? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Yazdi,
Yes.
Costa,
Yes.
Tomato,
Yes.
Dela Ripa,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Sandemeyer.
Yes.
An ordinance entitled Peddlers and Hawkers. We will be modifying the peddler portion with some limitations. And so we allow that to serve as the title, introduction by title, Amendment to Peddlers and Hawkers Ordinance. Correct?
Right.
That's fine. What came to light, I'm sorry. What I'm going to do after, this is just some housekeeping, and then ordinance review is going to review the whole ball of wax, and we'll do that in 2016. It came to light, we have a peddler's ordinance, which kind of blindsided me, and I think the council, and some of the ordinance review, and Jane too. It's, how it's written, it almost circumvents zoning. It pretty much says anyone can do anything, anywhere that they want, as far as selling goods, merchandise. I'll read the a peddler is someone, including any person, whether a resident of Borough of Bloomingdale or not, traveling by foot, wagon, automotive vehicle, or any other type of conveyance from place to place, house to house, street to street, carrying, conveying, and transporting goods, wares, merchandise, meat, fish, vegetables, fruits, garden truck, farm products or provisions, flowers, Christmas trees, wreaths, offering, and exposing these for sale, making deliveries to the purchaser. Or who, without traveling from place to place, shall sell the same, blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't define what zone it can happen in, it doesn't define what products can be sold, so we really need to fix that. And how this came about, we had the owner of Tastefully British, the old Copici site, come forward requesting a permit to sell Christmas trees and put his food truck there during the holidays. And initially, we all thought it was a zoning issue. You have to go to the zoning board, to get use change, because it's a change of use. Well, it turns out our permit, because it's so broad, allows you to pull this permit. It doesn't limit the time frame. although every permit expires December 31st. So long story short, what we're going to amend tonight, because I want it on the books immediately, is the following. And then I referred it already to ordinance review to really do some more homework, look to combine it with the solicitor's permit, which are the people who sell gutters, aluminum siding, who knock on doors. They have to get a permit, do background checks and the like. So we want to try to put them together. But what we're going to do is amend the current one to say, number one, holiday sales of flowers and trees and food carts, peddler permits, are for a maximum of 30 days, number one. Number two, food carts, maximum only one permit per year, max 30 days. Holiday sales of trees and flowers, maximum two permits annually, or 60 days, but not consecutive. This way, if a person wanted to do Easter flowers, and then Christmas trees, the reason this is on the books, I think, is because years ago, Big Jim, who was the firework guy, used to sell Christmas trees and Easter flowers by Methodist Church. Number four, all peddler permits for holiday flowers, tree sales, and food carts must be conducted in a business zone. Because as of right now, I could sell Christmas trees in my driveway. And the only one who approves it is Jane and the police. And the police base it on character, type of use. But it does, like Ray was saying, someone can sell guns, and sell bullets on danger, silly stuff, but we need to really tweak it. So for now, we're going to do.
But Mr. Mayor, I got a question.
Yeah.
And maybe this is directed at the
Let me
council.
finish. And number 5 is needs council approval.
Okay. Doesn't zoning prevail over a license
Again,
type?
it's a conflict. It definitely contradicts itself. That's what Mr. Hagberg's position was. It's like
Sure.
if the use doesn't permit a food cart, right, you should say no. But our other ordinance conflicts with it. So that's why we're going to do some housekeeping here.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, the problem is that they're both essentially ordinances, and neither really has a higher level of precedence, right?
I guess one can argue zoning could trump it if it went that far, but to avoid a war, an argument, we issued the permits to Tastefully British today to do his tree and his sale. And he's got to get fire inspection, he's got to get Board of Health, all that on top of it. It costs $700. It's not free. It's $500 for Christmas trees, $200 for food, $100 a day,
Up to
max $200. So it needs some attention. And no one's taking advantage of it, but, a business on Main Street could just say, I'm going to sell used cars for 3 days. It's silly. I'm sure within the chief's purview, he could deny it based on it could just get ugly. So we need to set parameters. Honestly, my opinion is this should just be trees, flowers, and food. We shouldn't even offer.
And
What?
send it to,
I would rather have a stronger ordinance before we had to test that.
because I'll tell you, there's residents nearby, and I think Dawn brought this up, right? It's Christmas trees, right? Who's going to have a fire there?
I know,
There's going to be lights there, there's going to
Well, no, he's not allowed to have an open fire. That'll be fire rules. They all do, but it's not permitted. That'll all be enforcement.
Right, there's
Again,
gonna have
let's not have that
songs
debate.
going on,
Let's
you
not,
know, up
I
to
want to
what time?
avoid that debate in the future.
And my question for Tracy would be,
Make it any-
since he's getting his food permit now to have his truck, right? And there is nothing that prohibits him from, this 30-day rule wouldn't go in place until later.
But it expires December 31st.
May I ask a
Okay, so
question on
that's all
that?
out.
You said you were limiting, read that again, you were limiting people to,
30-day maximum.
2 years.
Food for 1 per year, only 1 permit per year on food carts.
okay,
And 2 for the Christmas.
Holiday trees and sales, max of 2 per year, but not consecutive days.
okay. Flowers during
They must
holidays?
be in a business zone.
Didn't you say flowers during holidays or something?
Holiday sales of trees and flowers, max 2 permits in a year.
Okay. I was just, my question, because I was trying to kind of catch up with what you were saying, but are they defining holidays also, just out of curiosity?
It's what the ordinance says,
Okay.
holidays.
Well, it's just food for thought.
Again, something the ordinance review. Guys, I'm just trying to housekeep here and
Yeah.
get this on the
Well,
books.
just questions that have to be asked. You
Let's
got to
not
define
make
the
it too much of an
holidays.
issue right now.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
You got to define the holidays you want to talk
We
about.
could- we-
You have to define the ice cream truck that does it all summer long.
Well, ice cream truck falls under this, right, and that's why I'm saying holiday trees, and you don't want to limit the ice cream truck
No,
to
you don't.
30
That's my
days,
point. Yeah.
you know? So that's why I'm just saying holiday sales of flowers and trees and the food cart issue, okay? we then need to deal with these specific uses, what can be sold, and all that's going to come later. We need to housekeep fixes now. So there's a motion on table, introduced by title, correct? We didn't, we did a roll call, okay, so we're good to go. And that, second and final, and there'll be more to this. Ordinance review, Bill Steenstra, Bill Graffer here, they have it already with Dan Hagberg, to just do a little more look-see on it. It's definitely something that needs a lot of attention, okay? And again, you don't run across these things until it comes up, and it came up. That could be part of it, too. They have to notify people within 200 feet if they want to do certain uses, like tree sales. Again, all things that you guys have their emails, can send them recommendations. Jane already sent about 4 other towns' peddler permits to me and Bill.
But meanwhile,
Couple.
we're issuing a hostile because
Yep.
Joey has to approve it.
Correct.
But the neighbors in that area maybe should be notified.
It doesn't, the ordinance doesn't say they have to be.
I know that, but.
There's already a fence and a sign up that says Christmas trees, so I think they're notified.
Okay.
So, thank you. All right. Need a motion for late public comment.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak, please come on up. Seeing no one, motion to close.
So
So
moved.
moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
There's no executive session this evening. Special meeting December 1st, regular meeting December 15th. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone here, and especially to my council. I'm thankful for all of you and all you do for the borough. Tracy as well, and Jane, thank you. And to everyone out there, enjoy. Thanks. Motion to adjourn?
So, second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Yes.